Pick it up. Say hello. I still can't believe you're really not here. Weeks blend to months and months into years. You promised you'd stay. I know how you tried, but God needed you, so I stepped aside. I didn't collapse, did not fall apart, but deep down inside there's a hole in my heart. It comes out of nowhere, sight or a sound. That's when it hits me that you're not around. So much to remember, so much to forget. You left me too soon is my only regret. My heart breaks a little when I think of when we planned on tomorrows that would never end. Fight it, hold back the tears, never give in to the grief or the fears. But when those times come and I need to talk, to just hear your voice or go for a walk. We don't need no wires, don't need a dial tone, 'cause you always answer when I use heaven's phone. Yeah, I try to fight it, hold back my tears, never give in to the grief or the fears. But when those times come and I need to talk, to just hear your voice or go for a walk. We don't need no wires, don't need a dial tone, 'cause you always answer when I use heaven's phone. You always answer when I use heaven's phone. You always answer when I use heaven's phone.
Hello, everybody. Songfather here. Yes, we're getting ready. We're getting ready for the show. And well, I'll explain to you later. But let's now have a little of He Sent Me to You, my new song. Bam! The moment I saw you, my heart skipped a beat. The day'd finally come when you and I'd meet. As I walked towards you, I felt my heart raise. Most beautiful smile on a beautiful face, yeah. Those next hours together, we knew there and then our searching was over, our pain would now end, yeah. My face hurt from smiling, I knew you could see it. One my soul loved, I knew you would be it. God heard me crying, the angels did too. He answered my prayers and sent me to you. And sent me to you. Our road wasn't easy, many bumps in the road, but we kept on going no matter the load. You were my Bella and I was your bear. Some disapproved, but we didn't care, no. Sometimes the pain really tested our love. That's when we asked for help from above. They smile down upon us, keeping us focused, cheering from heaven, no hocus pocus. God heard you crying, the angels did too. He answered your prayers and sent me to you. sent me to you. We almost gave up, walked away from each other. We knew in our hearts there could not be another. A void in our hearts that nobody could fill. We climbed every mountain like it was a hill. Like it was a hill. Been hurt in the past, our trust had been broken. So many promises that never were spoken. The future is scary, but no matter whatever, we'll hold on to each other and get there together. God heard us crying, the angels did too. God sent you to me and he sent me to you. Yeah, he sent you to me and he sent me to you. Hello, everybody. Songfather is here. Yes, I am. Let me turn this light down a little bit there. There you go. So anyway, welcome to the Songfather Show, 25th day of November. Thanksgiving a few days away. And let me tell you something. I've been going nuts all freaking weekend long. I don't know what happened. I did something, turned something the wrong way. Who the hell knows? But I had an echo blast in. Then I couldn't get the camera to work. But I got it. I got it going. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear him? Who is that? Who is that, you say? Well, it's Tino the Wonderbird, the co-host of the Songfather Show. Everybody say hi to Tino. Tino, say hi to everybody else. Ooh, look at him swinging. Yeah. That's what we like to see on the Songfather Show. So if you look at that graphic, I know it's a little small. So if you're watching it on your cell phone, but I made the announcement the other day that the stats came out. I didn't know that they were sent to a different place. And currently right now, the Songfather radio show on www.thesongfathershow.com is now ranked number 1 in the world under the category of variety and ranked number 5 in the world overall. Thank you. I got to thank every one of you that watch, listen to it, and maybe share it, tell people about it. Just keep doing it. Please keep doing it. And it's averaging around 15,000 listeners a week. 60,000 a month. They're averaging somewhere around 8,000 to 9,000 hours of listening every month. So people are liking it, I guess. You know, they like, the songs, and they're not. Some of them are back to the 50s, but they're not all. They're nice, easy, soft pop rock, some country, which will be tonight's thing, by the way. All a little bit out in the country, and so I'm very excited about that. And not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, December 8th, I'll be going up to Beekman, New York, and going to spend an evening from 5 to 8 on the Pat Show with my friend Pat Calamari. And it's, I'll put more information up, but it's already on my wall. But, it'll be streaming live on WBXOClassicRock.com. It's also 102.5 if you're up in that area on the radio, and I think 530 on AM. 102.5 is on the FM. So you can listen to it in your car. You can listen to it at home. You can listen to it wherever you want. But it's going to be a fun day. So spread the word. Tell everybody. Let's make this the biggest show Pat Calamari ever had on the Pat Show. We're going to have a lot of laughs and, play a lot of songs. The way Pat's talking, it's just going to be just us. And, tell some stories and, excuse me, and then play Songfather songs. So, yeah, excellent. Things are crack-a-lacking, let me tell you right now. So, I don't even have to get to this because we just talked about it. I just have to say this for Daddy-O. All night long. And the voting, we're counting down. We're ticking away. It was actually 3 weeks from yesterday when it's all done. And we see if I come out the best singer in Long Island. Wow, man, would that be something else. Holy cannoli, would that be something. So let's get to some stories. And hope everybody, like I said, had a great weekend. And we'll get to see stories, and then we'll hit some of these country songs. My favorite. It's not your old twang kind of songs, but they're country songs. So let's head to Chrissy's Good News of the Day. Extra, extra, read all about it and smile. So over in West Virginia, Morgantown, to be precise, Rockefeller, at the West Virginia Rockefeller Neuroscience Institute has come across with a breakthrough in Alzheimer's through ultrasound treatment and therapy, which I reported here a long, long time ago, that was developed over in Israel. First time it was used here in the United States, and it reversibly opens the blood, which I didn't know, that most of the Alzheimer's is caused by blockages in the blood vessels going into the brain, and then the brain begins to die. Well, with this ultrasound, they had their first in the United States, and it was successful to break through those barriers. And here she is, sitting up in the gurney. There's the whole team there. The guy on the left with the white hair was the guy that developed it from over from Israel. But that whole team worked hard, performed a miracle through the hands of God, who came through their hands, and her Alzheimer's is in reverse. What do you call that? You want to say remission? I guess you could. But unbelievable. What great hope for everybody that has loved ones or friends or anybody. I mean, you can love your friends that are going through some battles with the Alzheimer's and the dementia, because it's a horrible. They're all horrible diseases, but this one is horrible to watch because everything else is intact most of the time. The heart's intact. The blood, the sugar, the heart rate, the pulse, everything. But the brain is dying, and it's a horrible experience to watch. It's a horrible experience for people to go through when they know there's nothing they can do about it, and it's horrible. So there you go. Breakthroughs are coming left and right in the medical field. Thank God. Thank God for that. Now over in Maryland, in the United States of America, over in Anne Arundel County, yeah, I was going to say country, county. In 2015, a couple went to a shelter to donate blankets and supplies. And they did it a lot. But back in 2015, they kept seeing this dog here at this shelter. So, you know what? It was 17 years old. Nobody wanted the freaking dog. And I don't mean it the way it sounds. That was like their attitude. How old? 17? Forget it. What am I going to take it home for a week? And they left this poor guy. Look at him. He just had new dentures put in, so please bear with him. But they took him home. That was in 2015, okay? 4 years later, going on 5, he's still doing good. Why? Because he's loved. Because he's taken care of. He has a home. He has a place where he can be comfortable. Why don't we get that? Why don't we get that with humans, but especially with pets? 17 years old, so what? Give me him. They take him home. He's still going strong. So now he's 22, right? In dog years, you know what they say. But in dog years, that's 150 years old, for Christ's sake. Look at him. I mean, like a day over 90. But yeah, look at it. He's cute. You could see it one time. Look at those eyes. Man, the Shevitz with a wine. And then the United States, if you haven't heard, There's no picture for this one, but they banned the nativity scene is not allowed to be put up in Washington at the White House. And, went all the way up to the Supreme Court, but they banned it. They will not allow it to be put up because they can't find 3 wise men and a virgin. Yeah, I went there. What are you going to do? I'll give you a second to stop laughing. Okay, there you go. And over in Syracuse University, a professor, this is to me is amazing, is growing a tree that produces 40 different fruit. Now you say, how the hell can you do that? What he did is he goes all over the country, and he takes branches off different trees that are growing, very strong all over the country, takes them back, and then he grafts them to this tree. And then they end up bonding together and growing. And look at this thing here. Look at this. There's 40 different fruit on one tree. It's scary, but it's pretty cool too. 40 different fruit. Shut up, don't make no comments. But look at that thing. So his goal is to put them all over the country. Put them on places where food is in short supply, where farmers are starving, due to weather or whatever it might be. Here you got 40. And they don't just produce and die. They continue to produce forever, until the tree comes down or whatever. But so could you imagine that you're a farmer and you're selling fruit on the stand, and that's how you make your living, and whatever it got, the frost came in and killed the oranges or killed this or whatever. It's 40 on one tree. Get the whole family together, get all your workers together, boom, you prune that one tree. Oh, there are things happening in this world, my friends. Let me tell you that. So, what did I forget here? Oh, yeah, here it is. Tonight, get the food out of here. Where Fred Rubino and Christine, Fred Rubino just came back with Christine, but from a very successful, what do you call it, a concert for comedians? I don't know. But up in Connecticut at the Strand Theater, very, very famous theater for comedy especially. And packed house. Just put a thing up on my wall a little while ago. Part of his act up on YouTube there. When you get a chance, check it out. But tonight, he's promising us, Christine is promising us, that they're going to show us what to do with all the leftovers after Thanksgiving and how to turn that into a king's meal and a queen's meal. Not bad. Don't forget Rock in the Kitchen with Guy Talve. And I didn't change that thing yet, but 1,500 members. Not your grandma's cooking show, though. And I don't know. Sometimes you got to wonder about this Guy Talve. I put up a thing that I made the other day, mozzarella carrozza, but I did it without the bread. I did it with breadcrumbs. It was unbelievable. I put it up. Next thing you know, he's got to make one with a different kind of sauce on top of it. Come on now. You're supposed to be a chef. Make whatever you want. I'm just a singer in a rock and roll band. But yeah, no, only kidding around. A lot of things being posted up there. And I'll post one after this. I just made a beautiful mezze rigatoni. That's the little rigatonis with sausage and roasted peppers and some garlic and some cheese all mixed in with a nice, unbelievable garlic broth. You put it all together and, oh, my God. I should put that picture up there. But, okay, so there we go. So we got that. Now we're ready to rock and roll. Well, I don't know about rock and roll, but we're ready to go out to the country. Have a couple of... I got my Freddie shirt on. Look at this. Huh? Get the food out of here. There you go, Fred Rubino. FredRubino.com if you want. Go and buy one of those shirts. It helps offset some of the expenditures he goes through for a show, but majority of it, if not almost all of it, goes to Operation Smiles, where they take care of children and adults across the world that born with the cleft mouth, It's amazing what they do. They repair it, and then you wish the kid would shut the hell up. No, I'm kidding. But so let's start off right now with Mr. Rogers Kenny, and it's a song about life, and it's about don't judge a book by its cover, Maybe he's not the coward of the county. Oh, yeah. If you know what I mean. Everyone considered him coward of the county. He never stood one single time to prove the county wrong. His mama named him Tommy, but folks just called him Yellow. But something always told me they were reading Tommy wrong. He was only 10 years old when Daddy died in prison. I looked after Tommy 'cause he was my brother's son. I still recall the final words my brother said to Tommy. Son, my life is over, but yours has just begun. Promise me, son, not to do the things I've done. Walk away from trouble if you can. It won't think you're weak if you turn the other cheek. I hope you're old enough to understand. Son, you don't have to fight to be a man. There's everyone for someone. Tommy's love was Becky. In her arms he didn't have to prove he was a man. One day while he was working, the Gatlin boys came calling. They took turns with Becky. There was 3 of them. Tommy opened up the door, saw his Becky crying. The torn dress, the shattered look was more than he could bear. He reached above the fireplace, took down his daddy's picture. His tears fell on his daddy's face. He heard these words again. Not to do the things I've done. Walk away from trouble if you can. It won't mean you're weak if you turn the other cheek. I hope you're old enough to understand. Son, you don't have to fight to be a man. The Gatlin boys just laughed at him when he walked into the barroom. One of them got up and met him halfway across the floor. When Tommy turned around, they said, "Hey, look, old Yellow's leaving." But you could have heard a pin drop when Tommy stopped and locked the door. 20 years of crawling was bottled up inside him. He wasn't holding nothing back. He let him have it all. When Tommy left the barroom, not a Gatlin boy was standing. He said, "This one's for Becky," as he watched the last one fall.
I promised you, Dad,
Not to do the things you've done. I walk away from trouble when I can. Now please don't think I'm weak. I didn't turn the other cheek. And Papa, I sure hope you understand. Sometimes you gotta fight when you're a man. Everyone considered him the coward of the county. Yeah, that's a tune and a half, ladies and gentlemen. And sometimes you just gotta work your ass off. Loading 16 tons of stuff. There we go. Some people say a man is made out of mud. All man's made out of muscle and blood. Muscle and blood, skin and bones. A mind that's weak and a back that's strong. You load 16 tons. What do you get Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. I was born one morning when the sun didn't shine. I picked up my shovel and I walked to the mine. Loaded 16 tons of #1 coal. Straw boss said, well, bless my soul, you load 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. I was born one morning in the drizzling rain, fighting in trouble on my middle name. Raising the cane, Greg, mama line. Can't get high tone woman, walk the line. You load 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. If you see me coming, better step aside. A lot of men didn't and a lot of men died. One fist of iron, the other of steel. If the right one don't get you, the left one will. You load 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Now let's head over to Dean Martin from Rio Bravo. You know I love this song. The sun is setting in the west. The cattle go down to the stream. The redwing settles in its nest. It's time for a cowboy to dream. Burblite in the canyon, that's where I long to be. With my 3 good companions, just my rival pony and me. Gonna hang my sombrero on the limb of a tree. Coming home, sweetheart darling, just my rival pony and me. Whippoorwill in the willow, sings a sweet melody, riding to Amarillo, just my rival, Bone and me. And no more cows to be roping, no more stray, will I see, round the bend, she'll be waiting, for my rival, pony and me. For my rival, my pony and me. Oh yeah. One of my favorite movies of all time. Let me tell you that right now. Rio Bravo. Unbelievable cast. John Wayne, Ricky Nelson, Dean Martin, Angie Dickinson, Walter Brennan. Forget about it. Hey. Yes, but Daddy-O. Why, Chrissy, why's he got to yell like that? Why? Oh, why won't he stop it? Oh, my God. All right, so back to Chrissy's news of the day. Over in Boston, two men started a 500-mile run from on Veterans Day. It started off from the Massachusetts National Cemetery all the way down to Arlington Cemetery down in Virginia. And they did it to raise awareness for all the suicides of the veterans, all the homeless veterans that, I still don't understand why it just seems to just pass everybody's mind, Like, oh, well, yeah, I know, but what would you like us to do about it? Seriously? What do you mean you want to do about it? People want that. Everything you do from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep is because of these people that went and served notice and did what they had to do and say, hey, we're all about freedom and democracy here. You're not going to ruin it for us, even if I have to give up my life for people I never met. So if they come back and we're not taking care of them, then we are worse than the people we were fighting. I'll tell you that right now. That's right. You heard me say it. So I thought I had the pitch in. You know what? I think I'm a moron. Forgot to put it up. Damn it. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I'll put it up the next time. But, yeah, so they ran 500 miles. It took them 17 days, which is pretty damn good. 17 days to run from Boston down to Virginia. And so God bless them. You have my prayers. All the veterans that are going through hard times, not just coming back missing limbs and eyes and everything else, that are coming back with, post-traumatic syndrome and, can't get a job. And it's just, we're not doing the right thing by them. Let's just leave it at that. So, and especially with Thanksgiving coming up, these people are giving them something to be thankful for. So if you see a veteran, say thank you. Give them a hug. Give them something to dinner. Invite them into your house. Whatever you got to do. Let's do it. Let's do it for America. America! And then over in Alaska, this was last week. I forgot to put it up because I'm a jerk. But, what, Tina? Thank you. He said you're not a jerk. He said I'm an asshole. But, hey, well, the sun set down. I think it was last Wednesday or Thursday. The sun set, and it doesn't come back up in Barrow, Alaska. Barrow, sorry, Barrow, Barrow, Alaska. The sun set last Thursday, does not come back up till January 23rd next year. Oh, my God. Look. That's what it looks like at 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. My God, are you kidding me? I mean, I wouldn't mind it. I don't know what those two people are doing, like they're about to beat the crap out of each other, but, you're talking November to December to January, a little over 2 months of no sun, of that kind of darkness, lights on all the time, and if you have somebody nice to snuggle up with for those 2 months, mink ya, forget about it, as they say. But, yeah. So, no, it's not a myth and it's not bullshit. It's truth. There are parts of Alaska, and that's what happens. I think they call it the winter something. I forget what they call it. Of course, I probably didn't write it down. Let's see. No. It's called the winter something. The Winter Garden. The Winter Garden Theater in New York. That's what it's called. Oh, but could you imagine that? 2 months like that. Imagine falling asleep for a nap and waking up and, you don't even know what time it is, where you are. But that's what it is. It takes everything. All kinds of things to run a country. All right, so those are the news for today. Got some nice, good stories in there. And let's get back to our little musical trip around the country. And we start with Mr. Glenn Campbell, the Wichita lineman, If everybody would have listened to certain people way back when, they were saying, put the lines under the ground. You never have to worry about them coming down. But back then, it kept a lot of people working, so they didn't do that. Now, look, But this is about the Wichita lineman. Poor guy. What a lonely job. It's worse than a made tag repairman. You know what I mean? I am a lineman for the county, and I drive the main road, searching for the sun and another overload. Well, I hear you singing in the wire, I can hear you through the wine, and the Wichita lineman is still on the line. I know I need a small vacation, but it don't look like rain. And if it snows, that stretch down south won't ever stand the strain. And I need you more than want you, and I want you for a time. And the Wichita lineman is still on the line. We miss you, Glenn Campbell. And I need you more than want you, and I want you for time. And the Wichita lineman is still on the line. Written by Jimmy Webb. Oh, that's Frankie Boy's favorite writer. And here we go. We're heading out to Houston with Bud and Sissy. I didn't know, Bud. I didn't know. Come on, Sissy. We're going home. Well, I spent a lifetime looking for you. Single bars and good time love is never true. Playing a fool's game, hoping to win. Telling those sweet lies, losing again. I was looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love in too many faces, searching their eyes, looking for traces of what I'm dreaming of, hoping to find a friend and a lover. I bless the day I discover another heart, looking for love. I was alone then, no love in sight. I did everything I could to get me through the night. don't know it started or where it might end. I turned to a stranger, just like a friend. Well, I was looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love in too many faces, searching their eyes, looking for traces of what I'm dreaming of, hoping to find a friend and a lover. I bless the day I discover another heart looking for love. You came a knocking on my heart's door. You're everything I've been looking for. Well, no more looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love in too many faces, searching their eyes, looking for traces of what I'm dreaming of. Now that I found a friend and a lover, I bless the day I discovered you. Oh, you looking for love. Too many faces searching their eyes, looking for traces what I'm dreaming of. Now that I found a friend and a lover, I bless the day I discovered you. Oh, you looking for love in all the wrong places. But then I screwed it up. Well, Charlie Rich did anyway, not me. Oh, okay. Gotta start it over. It's different music. So silly. I don't even know what this beginning part is. I gotta have a sip of wine while I'm waiting. Hey. I happened to see the most beautiful girl in the world. And if you did, well, she crying. If you happen to, I don't even know what this song is. Sorry, we ain't doing it. Oh, wait for me, a sad melody. No. Bad, no good, forget it. That's what happens. Didn't have time to rehearse. But we do this one by Mr. Randy Travis. You may think that I'm talking foolish. You've heard that I'm wild and I'm free. You may wonder how I can promise you now, this love that I feel for you always will be. You're not just time that I'm killing. I'm no longer one of those guys. As sure as I live, this love that I give is gonna be yours till the day that I die. Oh Bella, I'm gonna love you forever, forever and ever, amen. As long as old men sit and talk about the weather, as long as old women sit and talk about old men. If you wonder how long I'll be faithful, I'll be happy to tell you again, yeah. I'm gonna love you forever and ever, forever and ever, amen. They say time takes its toll on a body, makes a young girl's brown hair turn to gray. But honey, I don't care, I ain't in love with your hair. If it all fell out, well, I'd love you just the same. They say time can play tricks on a memory, make people forget things they knew. Well, it's easy to see what it's happening to me. I've already forgotten every woman but you. Oh, darling, I'm gonna love you forever, forever and ever, amen. As long as old men sit and talk about the weather, as long as old women sit and talk about old men. If you wonder how long I'll be faithful, well, just listen to how this song ends. Yeah, I'm gonna love you forever and ever, forever and ever, amen. I'm gonna love you forever and ever, forever and ever, forever and ever, forever and ever, amen. That's right. So there you go. We took a nice musical run through the country. Except for the Charlie Rich song, that was not it, and I'm gonna have to do a little digging into that background music, and I promise I'll do it this week sometime, because I happen to like that song. Hey, did you happen to see the most beautiful girl in the world? And if you did, was she crying, crying? Hey. If you happen to see the most beautiful girl that walked out on me, tell her I'm sorry. Tell her I need my baby. Whoa, won't you tell her that I love her? See, just wanted you to know I could do it. But that was not the music. I think it was play another Somebody Done Somebody Wrong song, but they put the wrong title on it, so I'm very upset about this. Even Tino's not talking. Right, Tino? You okay? Oh, you're resting. Ah. If you can see right here. Well, he's not resting anymore. Sorry, Tino. Sorry. You good? Oh, he's pissed. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay? All right? Psst. Psst. Okay? We good? Okay, thanks. Good boy. So anyway, so there you go. There's the show. We were at the 48-minute mark, so that's very good. And I give everybody time to relax and then head over to Freddie Rubino for No, that's question and answer. Get the food out of here. I am really looking forward to this one. I look forward to all of them. But, I'm a pretty good cook myself. So, but this, what he said, and Christine verified it, what to do with all the leftovers to make a meal fit for a king and a queen. Oh, I got to see what this is all about. So, and that's it. And we will go out with, let me say my thank yous. I love yous all. Keep doing it. Look what you've done. You made me #1 in the world under variety, right? #2 in the United States. Well, I dropped. That's right. Sorry. I was #2. #4, sorry. Now I dropped to number 5. Let's get me back up there. And if I can get number 1 in the world under Variety and number 1 in the world radio station overall, holy Christmas. Wow. That would be unbelievable. I could be on, I don't want to go on any of your talk shows, so what are you going to do? I don't like any of them. But that's just me. So we're going to go out with, let's say goodbye to, and Daddy-O and Chris, we love you. We'll see you on Thanksgiving, maybe even before that. But thank you. We had a nice little visit on Saturday. Had a lot of fun, busting chops. It was good. And now we head out with, of course, since it's right around, hold on. What? I'm going to play it. Yeah, I'm going to do it now. Okay, thanks. Thinks he's the frickin' boss. So we go out with City Cells, the new Christmas song. And I love yous. I'll see yous all tomorrow at the same bat time, same bat channel. Shall we? Bam! There we go. Whoa! Here we go now. Pay attention, boys and girls. City cells, Epstein's all alone. Gods are stoked, the cameras broke, but no one heard his moans. City cells, Epstein's all alone. Gods are stoked, the cameras broke, but no one heard his moan. Crashing to the floor, alone in his small cell. When they checked on him, oh, he didn't look too well. A rope around his neck, but only 2 feet long. They called it a suicide, but something's very wrong. Oh, city cells, Epstein's all alone. Gods are stoked, the cameras broke, no one heard his moans. City cells, Epstein's all alone. The gods are stoked, the cameras broke, but no one heard his moans. Take it, boys! Oh, yeah! Something ain't making sense here. Oh! Crashing to the floor, alone in his small cell. When they checked on him, oh, it didn't look too well. A rope around his neck, but only 2 feet long. They called it a suicide, but I'm saying something's wrong. Oh, city cells, Epstein's all alone. The gods are stoked, the cameras broke, but something's very wrong. Oh, don't believe the media.